Hey Mike, how you doing? This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile, doing my entry to your contest. First of all, congratulations on achieving 300 subscribers. I've seen your numbers that you're way over it, and congratulations. You have a really cool channel. You I really like seeing all the cool bands that you show on the channel. Most of them punk, hardcore type of bands and music that I don't listen very often, but always nice seeing that type of music, that kind of bands, and you showing so many lesser known bands, so obscure bands. Well, at least for me, that is really fun to watch it and to try to understand and try to discover this type of music. So you ask 13 the bands as you name them properly. So I will try to do my best and try to complete all of those that you ask for. But first of all, cheers. Here is to you some rum and coke, really good. That's good. So without further ado, let's go with number one, covered with a mammal on it. Here we have one, and of course we all know this big album. This is Survivor Isle of the Tiger. On the Scottish level, there are the guys, and we all know this album, a huge song for the band. They were well known as being the soundtrack band. They always do great songs for many movies, and this is, I think, I don't know, I said it's the masterpiece of a song, but it's without any discussion, it's the most famous one. So there is an album on the artwork, Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. Next, a record that has food on the cover. I thought I have a couple of two. I was trying to do one, but it was like kind of cheating or being creative with with my decision. But here I have one cool, really cool cassette. It's of course Warren and Cherry Pie. There it goes. This is my OG from back in the day. It's a Chilean cassette with everything back in the day was written or translated to Spanish. So there it goes. Nothing too fancy here on the J card. Very simple. So there it goes. Food on the cover. Cherry Pie by Warren. That's my number two. Three, an exceptional terrible hairstyle. What more terrible and extraordinary is an 80s, it can be an 80s hard rock, glam, not glam, but very, I don't know, very exceptional hairstyle. This is a band from LA. The name of the band is Antics. Then you have some guys from back in the day. You know what's Rick James doing here in the band with that very 80s way that those the African American guys decided to look with the long curly hair, and of course with the mandatory mustache. And you can see that it's not very shiny, but believe me, that's a look at that I don't think it would ever come back. Next, a single-sided record or a test pressing or a picture disc. I don't have any test pressing or a picture disc, but I do have a single-sided record, and it's the first album they recorded with the new lead singer, with the new vocalist, and this Anthrax, Armed and Dangerous. There it goes. This is my OG from back in the day. And as you can see, I don't know, sorry about the glare, it's still very shiny down here. It's the same songs on both sides of the cassette. This is side B, of course, side A. 6 songs, nothing too fancy over there, as you can see. And this one is on Megaforce Records. I don't know if you can see, but trust me, all the songs are on both sides of the cassette. So there it goes. There goes goes with that one. A damaged sleeve. This one is this one belonged to my brother. He left this one when he moved to Canada. As you can see, it has a lot of water damage here, and the jacket is not in very good condition. The seam it's like this. I have to try to glue it back. I don't know if I will be able to put it in a great condition, but it's not in the best condition as you can imagine. This is an Argentinian present. Yes, no, this is a Brazilian present. You see, everything is in Portuguese, but this is a damaged sleeve, as you can see. So next, let's go with a cover of a weapon on it. I'm going with this 7-inch. Yes, this is from Iron Maiden, Women in Uniform and Invasion. Here we have a good picture of Maggie wearing a very nice shotgun. There it goes, and waiting for Eddie to come and meet her in the back of the alley. So there it goes. The single for Iron Maiden, Women in Uniform and Invasion, of course, taken from the debut album of Maiden. So there it goes. And weapon. Next, a 5, 6, 8, 9 or 10 inch disc. This one I'm trying. Let's go. Cheers again. This one is not cheated because this is a 10-inch record, but it does not belong to my collection. This one belongs to my mother. This is a record from one of her favorite artists from back in the day. This one is from 1954, and it's a Chilean pressing of this really cool Elvis Presley compilation. Here we have the Hound Dog and Blue Suede Shoes and some other Don't Be Cruel. Of course, back in the day, everything was translated in Spanish. This is a very old record, as I was saying too. It goes on the very old RCA Victor. This one still belongs to my mother. I borrowed it from her. She, of course, wrote her name here. Her signature, I think it's yes, kind of there. And this one is she bought it in 1958, if I'm correct, and it says here 1958. Although this record, according to Discogs, is from 1954. So it goes a 10-inch record. That does not belong to me, but it belongs to my mother. So there it goes. Next, a cover with a vehicle that isn't a car or a motorcycle. And was not trying to show the usual suspects, but here I have a really fun one. This is Primus and the green Noahide, and here we have a vehicle. It's a really cool bicycle with the usual artwork Les Claypool and the boys from Primus used to have. So there it goes. Primus and the green Noahide. This is a really good one. If you have not checked this one from Primus, I highly recommend to pick this one up. Next, misleading cover. It might surprise you, but to me this one was really misleading back in the day, because I have no idea who this band was, but checking the artwork, I thought, wow, this one looks cool. I have never heard the name of this band. Of course, later I understand who they were back in the day, who they are. Of course, right now they are a big name in prog rock and arena rock and classic rock. But when I saw this artwork back in the day, I thought, oh, the photo, the image, and the back photos of the band look really cool. This must be a really heavy album, or at least telling some kind of story. It does tell a story, but it's not one of the best albums this band put together back in the day. And in fact, this album created a lot of turmoil and conflicts within the band. I'm talking about Styx and Kilroy was here, Sorry about the glare again. Back in the day, I thought it was, oh, this is a cool album with some cool image here, also here. It looks really cool, like I don't know, some kind of war, some kind of conflict, some kind of revolution, something going on. So this must be some heavy music. No, it's not that. We all know this album. We all know the song Kilroy was here, Mr. Roboto. It's yeah, it's not one of the best albums by the band, but I just keep it for sentimental reasons because it was one of the first albums I bought back in the day. So it was really misleading for me. Kilroy was here by Styx. Next, we're pairing or one you would like to see and why. Here I have a really cool choice. I'm going to talk about this band, and one of the members of this band. Of course, this band is no longer together. They are not active. Everyone has their own career. So, of course, Sting being the most popular and the most prolific artist as well. But the other guy, Stuart Copeland, he's a very prolific. He's a very talented, of course, a drummer. And back in the day, he had a really cool band. One it was with Les Claypool. That's Mr. That's what the one was Oysterhead. But he had another band. The name of the band was or still is. It depends on what Wikipedia tells you. It was Animal Logic, and it was a three-piece band, a trio. He was member of in it Stuart Copeland, along with Stanley Clarke, of course, the great bass player, and a singer-songwriter goes by the name of Deborah Holland, and they put some really cool albums together. And here it says that the band recorded 2 albums, and the management of Miles Copeland, of course the brother of Stuart. They had a very brief career from 87 to 88, 89, more or less, and then they disbanded. Of course, after releasing the album Animal Logic and Animal Logic 2, they disbanded in 91. But they have been coming back together from some time to time. It's a really cool mix of style. Of course, Stanley Clarke and Stuart Copeland, they have some similarities. They share the good taste and the good the great skills that they have as musicians. They don't play jazz music. They mix those attributes and those qualities of the jazz, and they put it in some cool pop music, but not in the way of being some bubblegum pop music. But it's really cool. If you have a chance, please look after Animal Logic. That one is from 1989, and it's really cool, and you will be pleasantly surprised to see how good this band was, and it would be really nice to see them back together. So there it goes, Stuart Copeland, Stanley Clarke, and Animal Logic. Next, let's see what we have here. First of all, cheers again. Cover showing a crime being committed. Nice and easy. Metallica, Kill 'Em All. The title says it all, Kill 'Em All. We have the hammer, the blood. There it goes. Nice and easy. A record by a band local to you, new or old. This one was really easy because this one, the name of the band is Los Mox. This is a local band here from Santiago, Chile. I know this band very well, and my brother also, because one of the members is a really good friend of his. This is a local punk band, mostly a party punk band. They write about silly things, being drunk, partying, having a good time, and not caring about most of the future of the things, or the important things that sometimes punk write songs about politics, war, stuff like that. They just want to have a good time, and they really do. They have I think 4 or 5 CDs, This one is the name of this one is Tres al Hilo. It refers to having three shots, one after another. There are the guys. I don't know if you can see them. But this is a really fun band to listen from time to time, having some drinks in a barbecue or whatever. But this is Los Mox, and local band from Santiago, Chile, are really close to us because we know the main guy in this band is he goes under the nickname of Macuco. And finally, a record in which one or more of the musicians that play on it are dead. Unfortunately, yes, this is Rat, and we lost in 1991, I think, because of AIDS complications. The great Warren King Crosby. He was one of the main songwriters in Rat. I think losing him really affected the creativity and the stability of the band. But I think he was a key member in having that band and those dysfunctional guys all together playing and performing great music. I think the band really resented when, of course, when he died. This is, of course, is the debut out of the cellar, one of the best albums, one of the best things they put together. Of course, Invasion, Dancing, and the first four or five things they put with Robin Crosby are all great stuff. Of course, after his died, his disease and all the complications he had, unfortunately, he died, and the band really suffered. And I think they kind of get back together, play some good things, but never in the quality they had when they were the original guys, being this 5-piece. So here it goes again, the late Robin King Crosby from Rat, a guy we lost, I think, way too early. So that's it, Mike. Those are my answers to your demands. 17, almost 18 minutes. I think it's more than enough. Thanks of all for having this contest. I will put a link to Mike's channel. So if there is anyone else who have not jumped into this contest, please do it. You will be happy. You will have fun doing these answers. And that's it. This is Christian Tal here in Santiago, Chile, saying goodbye. Till next time. Bye bye.